everyone, I am Lovable Hatsune Miku, and I'm finally going to be doing a top tier list on the PreCure seasons. And when I mean PreCure seasons, I mean all 18 of them. There are a lot of PreCure seasons, so I'm sorry if this video might be super long, but you know what, I have finally freaking watched all of the PreCure seasons. Holy crap, it took me a while to get through with them, because I started in the beginning of December, and then I finished in January, so it took me 2 months to basically watch them all. The only ones I didn't rewatch were Futari wa PreCure and Smile PreCure, because I watched those way back in the past, so I'm glad I didn't have to rewatch those. But the other ones I had to watch, and yeah, I have some good and bad things to say about each season, but honestly, you know what, I'm pretty excited, and PreCure has been a big part of my childhood. I've known the series since 2010, but I'll get onto that on the first one, so I'm sorry this is super long, and please be respectful that this is just my opinion on some of the seasons. Some I might like that you might not like, so, you know, if I like something that you don't like, don't come at me. This is just my opinion, so yeah, let's just get around to the first one. So without any further ado, let's just get right into the PreCure seasons. Alright, starting off the first season, we got the first and original PreCure season that started it all, and that would be Futari wa PreCure. So basically how I did it was S is like my favorite ones, A is pretty good, B is it was fine, and C is the ones I didn't care for. So I'm gonna put Futari wa PreCure under A because I would be crazy if I didn't say I didn't love the series. This is literally what got me in PreCure. Like, I literally became a fan of PreCure because of this one, and it is the one that started it all for most people, I hope. And honestly, this used to be on YTV back in 2010 when I was growing up, and I remember watching it on TV for the first time, and I was like, what the heck is this? And I watched it, and I was like, oh my god, this show is freaking awesome, and I was just so obsessed with this show growing up. And of course, Cure White, I watched it in the English dub, which I actually prefer the English dub for this one more than the Japanese dub. But I don't know, maybe that's just me because I grew up watching it in the English dub. But oh my god, Hannah and Natalie, or in the Japanese, Nagisa and Honoka. I like the English names a little bit better in my opinion, but I don't know. Oh my god, I was so obsessed with Hannah, or Cure White, you could say. She was like my favorite part of the show. I absolutely loved her, and I still love her to this day. But honestly, I'm so happy I was able to watch this on TV, because not a lot of people seem to remember that this was even on YTV. Well, I guess if you're Canadian, I don't know. But oh my god, so many memories. I absolutely love it. I have not seen this in such a long time, but you know what? It's definitely going to be in the A tier because, again, it's what made me get into PreCure. And yeah, my friends made fun of me for liking the show, but you know, after all these years, I still love the show. I don't give a crap. I'm a fan of the show. I love it. And let's go into the second season. Futari wa PreCure, Max Heart. I'm gonna put it under B tier. I mean, it was okay. I think the first season was better than the second season, in my opinion, but I don't know, maybe that's just me. It was nice to see Nagisa and Honoka again. It was really awesome. I watched it after all those years, and I was like, oh yeah, I forgot about those enemies. But oh my god, I kind of have to complain about Shiny Luminous. I mean, she's an interesting character and all, but I don't know. Is she even considered a cure? Yeah, maybe she would because she is like part of the battles. But oh my god, no offense, but she has to be like the most useless character in the whole PreCure series, in my opinion. And I'm sorry, this is just my opinion, but the first time she transformed, she's like, oh my god, what do I do? And I'm like, oh, that's kind of cute. She doesn't really know what to do. Like, you know, maybe she'll get better as time goes on. But nope. Literally every time when Shiny Luminous transforms into her fighting form, she doesn't do anything, and it's so freaking frustrating. Like, all she does is just stand there. Like, the only thing she does in the whole show, like, literally, she basically gives Nagisa and Honoka their like booster, like power up to boost up their marble screw attack or whatever it is. That's all she does. She just makes them stronger, really. Like, she doesn't fight or anything, and I'm sorry that I'm kind of hating on her. I don't hate her. I'm just like watching her and I'm like, why doesn't she do anything? And literally in the show, she even is aware. She's like, oh, I know I don't do much. And I'm thinking, like, oh, maybe this is where she's actually going to start fighting. But it's like, nope, she's aware that she doesn't do anything, and she's still not going to do anything. It's like, what the hell? even in some of the movies, like the All-Star movies, she still doesn't freaking do anything. Like, maybe in the, what was it, PreCure, All-Stars DX3, I think they, like, stop a train, and that's, like, it. I'm like, wow. Like, what? I mean, I think Shiny Luminous is an interesting character, like the whole thing with her, like, maybe being, like, related to the queen. I'm like, okay. I don't know, did they ever say that she was the queen? I can't remember. I think she's, like, some half of the queen or something. I can't remember. I mean, Shiny Luminous was an okay character, but that would have to be the one big complaint I have about Max Heart, is just her lack of fighting in the show. It's mostly just black and white doing all the fighting, while Shiny Luminous just stands in the background just to, But I liked her relationship with, what was it, Porin? The little guy. He was actually pretty cute. He's actually a lot more adorable in Japanese than the English dub. But Meppel and Mipple are still there. They're less annoying, I guess. I don't know. But it was okay. I thought it was fine. I still like the first one more. I don't know, more nostalgia for me. So let's get on to Splash Star. I'm going to put it at A because it's really good. A lot of people don't give this one enough credit because they're like, oh, that's such a ripoff of Futariwa. Oh my god, the costumes are so ugly. Please watch this one. I promise you, it's really good. Yes, the first few, the first 6 episodes of the show are actually kind of boring, no offense. But episode 7 is when it actually gets really good, and it gets good on from there out. I'm actually surprised of how much I really enjoyed this one, because, I don't know, the first time I watched it, a long time ago, I was like, oh, I don't really like the outfits. But then, I actually watched it, like I promised I would, with all these other seasons, and I was like, holy shit, it's actually pretty good. So please give this one a watch. The story is actually pretty good. I think it's a little bit better than Futariwa, if I'm being honest, but the villains in the show are so fucking great. But honestly, the best part about the show, honestly, is Michiru and Karu. Those two are just, oh my god, I fucking love those two. They were honestly the best part about the show, Michiru and Karu, and I loved those two. Every time they were on screen, I just found them so interesting, and yes, they are the bad guys, but later turn on to good guys cliche, but I really liked the way they developed those two with, Bloom and Egret. I'm gonna just call the characters by their cure names because I can't remember their other names, sorry. But every time Michiru and Karu were on screen, I just had a big smile. Honestly, they were, my favorite part about the whole show. And that's saying a lot considering I liked them more than the main characters, but I don't know. The sidekick characters for Bloom and Egret, I thought they were pretty okay. Not too bad. They're not as annoying as I thought they were going to be, so that's pretty good. But honestly, if you're going to watch Splash Star, please do. It's pretty good. I promise you, you won't be bored once you get on to episode 7. And again, Michiru and Karu are, the best part about the whole show. They were, probably the most interesting PreCure villains I've seen. Maybe aside from Smile PreCure and Go Princess. And maybe Tropical Rouge. But I will get onto those later. But again, if you're going to watch Splash Star, please watch it and consider this one. It's pretty good. Don't skip this one. It's pretty good. I promise you, you will like it. Yes, PreCure 5. I've been wanting to watch this one for a long time, and now I finally have. I'm going to put it under A tier. This one's actually pretty good. I thought it was going to be I mean, I'm not going to lie. I mean, Coco and Nuts are pretty annoying in my opinion. I don't like their voices. But I don't know, maybe that's just me. But I liked Milk. I thought she was pretty cute. A lot of people were like, oh, well, Milk is so bossy to Nozomi and... but she's super nice to Karen and stuff. I really liked this one. I heard some good things about it, but then the sequel, I'll get onto that. I mean, I thought it was pretty good. I really liked that one episode where they go into the headquarters and Nozomi has to get her friends back because they get brainwashed by the mask. That was really good. That episode was actually kind of creepy, especially that scene where Urara's dark self comes out of the mirror and they're tricking all the PreCures into their weaknesses or something. That was actually really well done. I really liked that episode. But Nozomi, oh my god, she was just so freaking adorable. I loved her. I love how she's so motivated, but at the same time she sucks at stuff, but she still keeps doing what she does. She does her best at everything, even though she might suck at it, like jogging. And I really liked Milk. I thought she was pretty cute. But yeah, I really liked this one. I liked all the characters. I think my least favorite characters were Komachi and Rin, no offense. I kind of found them less interesting, but I liked Karen, I liked Urara. I liked Milk. I liked Nozomi. I'm getting, or Cure Dream, whatever. I liked most of the characters. Coco and Nuts are kind of just there. I mean, Coco's just there to have a romantic romance with Nozomi, and Nuts is just there for Komachi. Most of the characters are pretty good, but, I really liked it. Especially, I really liked the episode where I liked the villains. They're called Kwaidan. I think they were pretty cool. But then they don't come back. And they have to catch these little spirit things called Pinkies. And each of the girls get, a watch. And they have to, kind of move their wristwatch. And Coco catches it with a flute or, a bell. It's actually pretty cool. But they took it away in the second season. It pisses me off. So I'm going to go on to the next season. Yes, PreCure 5, go. I'm going to put it under B tier. I actually really did like it. I really liked that one villain that had, the mushroom head, and I love how she just always, every time she was on screen, she would put, the characters in, a different type of story. Some were fairy tales, some were, Japanese. I really thought it was really cool how she did that. Every time she would appear, I was like, oh, what story is she gonna put, the PreCures in? I thought it was really freaking cool. I loved it. But, story-wise, it wasn't as good as the first one, I feel like, because I don't like that they actually changed the location of Nuts' shop. It's not even, a shop anymore. It's, they just freaking moved it. I don't think no one even goes in the store. I liked the first location, because it actually felt like a store, but then they moved it, and then it's called, Nuts' house now. I'm like, oh, what the hell? It's not the same. But finally, Milk actually gets to shine in this one because it's revealed that she can turn into a human because of the blue rose petal or something. Also, Syrup is in this. He's this little bird dude, and it's kind of focused on him. He can't remember why he's there. He's I don't need friends. And he's got this little sidekick character called Mailpo or something. It's this little mailbox character. It's pretty cute. I liked it. I forgot its name. It's cute, though. But basically, yeah, all the characters are still here. Oh, I forgot to say that in, yes, PreCure 5, is basically focused on what the characters want to do. Nozomi wants to be a teacher, Karen wants to be a doctor, Urada wants to be, a singer, and, she likes theater and singing. Rin likes to design accessories for, jewelry, and Komachi's I want to write books. But in the second season, it feels like they don't really do much until, the last couple of episodes. The show reminds us, oh, yeah, these girls have goals and dreams. We better give them one last, episode of what they want to do. And I kind of didn't like that because it's why are you giving us these episodes? We know what the characters want to do. It kind of felt I don't know. I don't know, but they do, kind of remind the audience, hey, remember, Rin is afraid of ghosts, even though in the first season, she gets over her fear of ghosts because they go into a haunted mansion, which was freaking hilarious, I have to say. But then, literally in that episode where Rin's getting over her fear of ghosts, she meets this ghost dude who gives her this, little hair pin, and I'm oh, that's so cute, but it's, literally, they never show it again in the whole show. It's what the hell is the whole point of that? What the hell? And I don't know, but I thought the second season was pretty okay. It's basically the season that almost killed PreCure, which I can kind of understand, because the ending was what the hell? This dude, he wants to, collect things and put, a price tag on how valuable they are or something. I don't know. I kind of liked the first villain more in the first season than the second one. It's just me. But, oh my god, Cure Milky Rose, oh my god, she was so awesome. I thought she was such a badass. I already knew who she was because of all the spoilers from many years ago, but I'm so glad that Milk actually got some screen time. She's less annoying and less bitchy to Nozomi, so that was nice. But it was okay. I can understand why it almost killed the series. I thought, it's fine. I thought it was fine. Syrup was an interesting character, but you don't actually get a lot of Nozomi x Coco moments in this one, but I don't know. I'm kind of glad because I don't really ship them. I just see them as friends. But I thought it was fine. I'm going to get on to the next one because I'm talking too much. Fresh PreCure. Oh my god, I really loved this one. It was so much fun. I loved all the characters. Tart was freaking hilarious. He's the least annoying fairy character that I know that's a guy. I liked all the characters. Cure Peach reminds me of Sailor Moon for some reason. I think it's just the pigtails. Cure Pine is adorable. Cure Berry is less annoying than I thought because her catchphrase is "I'm perfect." But then I'm okay, yeah, she kind of is. And Cure Passion is freaking awesome. But I do have to say, I liked Michiru and Karu's redemption arc more than Cure Passion, because everyone's like, oh, Cure Passion had the best redemption arc, but really, every time Cure Passion is on screen, well, when she's a villain, I forgot her name, she's basically like, oh, I hate the PreCure, I gotta destroy them. Every time she's with the girls, she's always like trying to destroy them or get their like little things that they can transform into. So I never really felt that she really did turn good when she first turned into Cure Passion, because it was like, I never really got that she had that bonding moment with the girls, because she's mostly just mad at them every time she's with them. But once she turns into Cure Passion, Peach's mom actually takes her in, and then she's like, oh, actually someone cares for me. And I really liked that relationship with Cure Peach's mom and Cure Passion. Like, she basically takes her in as if she was her own daughter. She even refers to her as her own daughter, and it was just so sweet. I loved it. Oh my god. I think my favorite episodes from this one was, I liked that one episode where they go to the hospital and they're trying to support this little girl, and then they're like, oh yeah, we're friends with PreCure. Like, they're referring to themselves, but they can't tell everyone. But they're trying to fight this monster, and they're like, oh, we gotta make it before the girl goes into surgery, and the little girl's like watching them on TV, and just before she goes into surgery, she sees them on the outside of the window, and it was just so sweet. I like, honestly, that's the first time in the whole PreCure seasons where they actually make the PreCure really well thought of, because it's like, oh, they're actually like, people actually look up to them in the hospital. I thought that was really cute. I'm like, yes, I actually like that concept. A sick person that looks up to PreCure. I like that a lot. I think it's really good. And that's like the only time in the whole PreCure series you'll ever see that. It was so adorable. And I really liked that other episode. Which one was it now? I can't remember. I liked 2 episodes. Which one was it? I can't remember now. Damn it. Which one was it? Freaking hell. Oh, I liked that one episode where Peach is stuck with that dude, and then the whole school becomes like haunted, and it's just the 2 of them. That was so funny. That was awesome. I liked all the episodes. The first couple of episodes are kind of but then, what was it? Episode 12 is when it actually gets really good. Really liked Fresh PreCure. I liked how they're like dancing and stuff, and I liked all the characters. Chiffon was pretty cute. I'm like not really big fan of the baby fairy characters, but Chiffon is exceptional. She's pretty cute. She's not annoying, thank God. So yeah, really liked Fresh PreCure. Definitely loved all the characters. I liked the ending. Thank God for Fresh PreCure. It's what saved the PreCure series, because this one didn't have good ratings, but thank God Fresh saved the day. Heart Catch PreCure. Oh my god, I'm probably gonna get so much crap for this. I didn't really care for Heart Catch, and I'm so sorry. I know I'm gonna get so much hate for this, because everyone's gonna be like, Heart Catch is the best PreCure series out of all of them. It's so good. But honestly, I didn't really get that from watching it. I'm just not a fan of like the art style. And the characters are kind of just like, oh, I've seen this like so many times. We got the hyper one as Cure Marine. We got the shy one as Cure Blossom. We got the tomboyish one that's Cure Sunshine. And we got that I'm cool, I don't look at explosions type of character for Cure Moonlight. I mean, I was kind of bored with this one the whole time. I was just like, when is something good gonna happen? I think like the only time I was actually really surprised in the show was when was Tsubomi's grandma's fairy actually reveals who he was, and I was like, oh, so that's who he was? I think that was like the only time I was really shocked, because I think for me, the show already got spoiled for me when it first started, like way back when I first got into PreCure. And sorry if you can hear my dog, but yeah, I know I'm gonna get so much hate for it, but I don't know, I didn't really care about the story that much, because oh my god, Cure Marine, I mean, she's an okay character, but I kind of found her really annoying. Cure Blossom is okay. I don't really like that move, though, where they use those little things that they collect, and she literally, like, fights the enemies with her butt. Like, she literally throws her ass in one of the enemies' faces, and I was like, really? Cure Sunshine was an okay character. I thought it was really interesting when she finally became a PreCure. It's like, fucking finally. Cure Moonlight is kind of just there. I mean, I already knew about her sad backstory with her fairy companion risking his life to save her so she could live, but then she's like, oh, I'll never forgive myself, and then she's like, I can't transform because she doesn't allow herself to like forgive and whatever. And I don't know, I I mean, I really tried to like this one because I know a lot of people love the Heartcatch series. They're like, majority of the PreCure fandom would probably say that this is the best, but for me, it just wasn't like that, and I'm sorry. I watched every single episode. I mean, I liked that one episode where they dealt with that one girl's mother who's dead, and she's like a mother figure to her little sister. That was kind of a pretty good episode. But then we gotta have, like, that one episode where it's like, oh, I want to be friends with that person, but they don't know I exist, but I'm too shy. And it's like, we gotta get, like, one episode about freaking, what was her name, Erica, Kier Marine, have a freaking fashion show. Like, come on. Like, I don't want to watch that. I don't know. I really couldn't enjoy this one as I thought I would. Like, I thought I was really gonna like it, but I don't know. The fairy companions are really fucking annoying, in my opinion. Except for Kier Sunshine's. That one's actually pretty cool, because it actually has a shield, and they can actually use it for battle. But every time, like, they collect those things, they literally shit out those little, I forgot what they're called, but, I mean, this is just my opinion. I think Heartcatch is fine, but that's just me. Maybe, I don't know. It's just, again, it's the character, like, the animation design. I'm not a fan of it. I'm more of a fan of, like, the later, I don't know. Please don't give me any hate. This is just my opinion. I tried to find good things. I like Tsubomi, whatever, Cure Blossom. I liked her grandma. I like her story with her being Cure, what was it? Cure Flower? But that one scene, though, where she actually turned back into Cure Flower again, I was like, holy shit, I wasn't expecting that, but I don't know. I just couldn't get into this one. Oh, one thing I forgot to say about Fresh PreCure is that when the characters actually fight, they actually do damage to the city, and they can't fix it like the other seasons, so I thought it was cool. So I liked that. So, I tried to like Heartcatch, but it just wasn't for me. I'm sorry. Sweet PreCure. I'm gonna put it here. It was really good. Some people don't like it, but I really liked it. It was kind of annoying, though, with Cure Melody and Cure Rhythm fighting almost all the time in the first couple of episodes. But then, you know, once they get their shit together, they're like, okay, we're unbeatable. And then when Cure Beat arrives, it's like, oh my god, this is awesome. I love her move, though, where she fights with her guitar. That's so cool. And then Cure Muse, her first form, where she's like, oh, I gotta be like that mysterious figure. But then she's like, reveals who she actually is. And I was like, oh my god, yes. What was her name? Akko? Oh my god, I think Cure Muse would have to be my favorite character, but I really liked Hummy. She was so adorable. I'm like, oh my god, Hummy. She's so naive, but so sweet, and her paws look so soft. I actually really liked this one. I thought I wasn't going to as much, because I remember when I watched it way back in the first, like, 2010 or something, I was like, oh, that was kind of boring when I watched the first episode, but I regret not liking it now, because I really do like Sweet PreCure. I think it's pretty good. I'm actually surprised how well they made a story about music. I really liked it. And I liked Cure Muse's grandpa, and how he has, like, that big-ass organ, and is literally, he can fly a big-ass ship, literally, he can turn, like, a piece of field into a giant-ass ship. It's pretty freaking lit. It's pretty cool, actually. I really liked it. This is just my opinion. Everyone's different, so sorry if I liked this one more than Heartcatch, but, you know, yeah, I really liked it. I liked all the characters. It kind of got annoying, though, like, every time, like, what was her name? Siren, I think, as the cat? When she would, like, trick Hummy, and it's like, oh my god, can you just, like, stop? I liked the what were they called? The Three Musketeers, three villains. I thought they were pretty cool. And, the big bad guy of the series, Noise, I thought, not like Noise, but literally his name is Noise. I thought he was pretty annoying when he was in that little bird form, but then he actually starts to talk, and I'm like, okay, you're less annoying now. But I liked the villain. He thinks that music just sounds like noise to him, and he's like, oh, I hate it, it's so pointless. But then they're like, music is great. And I liked the little, I forgot their little character names. The little note characters. They were, I forgot what they're called, but they were cute. Anyways, I'm gonna get on to the next one. I really liked Sweet PreCure. It's pretty good. And now we go into Smile PreCure. And of course, it's gonna go at the top because, oh my god, I freaking love Smile PreCure. I remember when I first saw it on Netflix, or what was it called, Glitter Force? Like, why the hell did they have to change it to Glitter Force? Smile PreCure was just fine. But, oh my god, I haven't seen this one in a while, but I remember how much I loved it. It was so good. Cure Peace and Cure Happy were, like, my favorite. I liked Cure March, Cure Sunny, Cure Beauty, Candy, Pop. I loved them all. They're all just so great. I loved the villains with the wolf and the witch and the troll dude. He's so cool. Actually, I liked all the villains, even the Joker, but I just remember when I first watched it, I was like really depressed because I was going through shit in my life, and I watched it and it actually made me feel happy. So I think that's why I really like Smile PreCure a lot, because of what it made me feel back then, because I was depressed and I didn't have any friends, and yeah, that sounds pretty lame, but you know what, this show really made me happy, and I watched it when I was going through that hard time, and I'm like, yes, like, you know what, like, this is why I love PreCure, this is why. Plus, it's so colorful, and it's so cheerful, and I love the characters, they're all so great, like, yeah, it has flaws and stuff, like, but I like it, because it's so simple. They fight, they collect these little charms, and they have to collect them all to save, Candy and Pop's kingdom. It's so simple, I love it. And there's like this clown clock thing that shows like, hey, if you missed an episode, go back. I like that. It's cool. I loved all the characters. Cure Happy and Cure Peace are my favorites. Because I like it that Cure Happy is just so positive, but in the movie, I forgot which one, it actually explains like why she got the way she is because of some imaginary friend. I might have to rewatch that movie. Cure Peace, though, is just so relatable. She's that shy girl that likes to draw, aka me. But I liked that one episode where they talk about her father's, like, how he's dead and stuff. That was really good. But even though they freaking took it out back when it was airing on Netflix, but I think it's on... I think they have all the episodes on Netflix now, but I love Smile PreCure. I'll always love it. It's always going to be one of my favorites, along with some others on the list, but yeah. Doki Doki PreCure. Jeez. Okay, I really, like, need to think about this one. You know what? I'm gonna put it under B, because when I think about it, I kind of like Doki a little bit more than Heartcatch. Because at least, I mean, it's kind of boring, no offense, but it's somewhat enjoyable. But oh my god, the freaking Prince dude, he's so pointless. But I thought all the characters were fine. We got Cure Heart, Cure Diamond, Cure Rosetta, and Cure Sword. I thought Cure Sword was pretty interesting at the beginning, but then after, it's like, I kind of forgot that she was a singer. And I know a lot of people are gonna wonder, like, what are my thoughts on Regina? I thought Regina was fine. It's kind of annoying, though. Like, there are so many times where you think she's gonna become, like, finally a good character, but then she's like, nope, I'm still a bad guy. And I kind of found that pretty annoying. It's like, can you freaking turn good already? It isn't until, like, the last episodes, I think, was when she actually finally becomes good. And then it explains, like, who she is, and it's like, oh my god, finally. It kind of got annoying seeing her, like, go back and forth, like, is she gonna be good or not? I kind of found that annoying. Cure Ace, I kind of thought she was a bitch, I'm not gonna lie. She's kind of a fucking bitch at the beginning when she meets them. Because literally, when Regina gets kidnapped and she's like, I hate the PreCure, she appears and literally takes Cure Heart's little trinket thing that helps her transform, and she takes it away from her, and she's like, you don't deserve to be a PreCure. And I was like, oh, you fucking bitch. That really pissed me off. I was like, how dare you take that from Cure Heart? Like, what the fuck? Like, she's one to talk. I love how she says, like, oh, you guys are so weak, like, get your game together and stuff like that. Like, you're the one to talk. You can only fight for, like, 5 minutes, and then after that, you're like, time's up, and then you can't, like, you untransform. Yet, you say they're useless, yet you're the one who's useless when you need help from them, when you can't transform back after 5 minutes. Yeah, look who's talking. Like, I kind of found that funny. Like, she talks crap about them, yet she can only fight for, like, 5 minutes. Like, what the hell? But I guess it kind of makes sense why she was rushing them to fight faster, because she can only fight for, like, 5 minutes, and then she turns back to normal. But I liked her relationship with her grandma, her grandma figure, and it... I don't know, but the whole, like, Trump Kingdom thing, I don't know, it was kind of boring, no offense. But I'm like, oh, I guess that kind of makes sense. But just that Prince dude and the little baby, I was like, really? Like, literally, the Prince dude shows up, gives them the baby, and then he fucks off trying to find something, fails miserably. Like, he honestly doesn't do anything. I don't even fucking remember his name, but he's so pointless, honestly. He's literally just there to give the girls their little things so they can transform, and he fucks off for, like, half of the season, tries to find something, fails miserably, and he doesn't do anything after that. He's so fucking pointless, in my opinion. But I thought Cure Heart was fine. She's not the best. She's kind of like, not like a Mary Sue, kind of, but she was okay. I thought the characters were okay. Cure Rosetta was pretty cute, though. I love how she has, like, that backstory where she's like, if you talk shit about my friends, I'm gonna beat the shit out of you. But then she's like, oh, I can't fight because I need to be a better person. Like, I'm like, no, I want to see Cure Rosetta beat the shit out of someone. Like, I love it how she can actually beat the shit out of people. Like, that's awesome. She's a freaking millionaire that can fly a jet, has a cool butler named Sebastian, and, like, how cool. Like, she knows freaking martial arts. That's so cool. I want to be Rosetta's friend. I thought she was pretty cute. Kya Sword's pretty okay. I like her little, fairy companion. Like, she was pretty cool. Cure Diamond is kind of just like, oh, I live and breathe for Cure Heart. That's like my only motivation of living. It's like, dude, you're too obsessed with Cure Heart. No offense. I don't know. But I liked all the little characters. It was cool to see them as, like, the human forms. They were so adorable as kids. Even though I didn't know the teddy bear and the blue, character for Rosetta and Diamond were boys. I thought they were all girls, but oh my god, but that one move that Cure Rosetta has, where she summons that big balloon and then she got that giant form of her fairy companion, it's like, what the hell? She never uses it again. Like, what the hell? I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna go on to the next one. I don't want to make this too long. Happiness Charge PreCure. I'm sorry. Fucking hell. This one was so fucking painful to watch. No offense. I tried to like this one. I really did. And yes, this was for the 10th anniversary of PreCure. So I'm probably gonna get hate. But I was just so fucking bored with this one. Like, the only thing I really liked about it was the beginning where each of the PreCures from each season actually thanks the guest, like, thanks the viewer for, like, supporting them for 10 years. And I wouldn't be fucking lying if I didn't say I didn't love the ending theme song for the first one. What was it? PreCure Memories. I fucking love that song. It's so good. That's, like, a really good... I think that might be, like, my favorite PreCure ending season song, honestly. But then everything after that is just, like, so fucking boring. I mean, Cure Lovely was okay. Cure Princess is kind of... not actually kind of. She's really fucking annoying. Cure Honey is literally just there to sing about rice and give out honey candy. And what was her name? Cure Fortune? She's just there. Sorry. Okay, let me talk about the good things I liked. I actually like that Cure Lovely was actually like PreCure actually like a thing, and everyone's like, oh, PreCure so cool, and she's like a fan of PreCure, but then she becomes a part of PreCure. So I'm like, oh, that's cool. She was actually a fan of PreCure, and now she actually is one. I thought that was kind of cool. Hime, I kind of liked her at the beginning, like, but literally she has like this thing and she throws it. She's like, whoever this thing lands on is gonna be my friend, and of course it hits Cure Lovely. And then literally the first time Hime meets I don't even fucking remember her name, Cure Lovely, she literally criticizes her for the way she dresses. She's like, oh, you're not dressing that pretty. It's like, what the fuck? You literally just met Cure Lovely and you're already putting her down for her fashion choices. Like, I don't think I would want to be friends with you if you put me down for the stuff I wear. But I kind of felt bad for Cure Princess because she's like that weak one. And it's like, there's this whole thing where it's like, oh, it looks like she caused trouble, but really she didn't. And it was just bad timing. Because Cure Fortune hates her because she thinks like she let out the bad thing happen or something like that, because, I don't know, she was just there at the wrong time or something, so it made her look like a bad person. Cure Honey is pretty fucking boring, no offense. I mean, I hated how they introduced it. It's like, oh yeah, by the way, I'm Cure Honey. It's like, what the fuck? Like, I don't know, I really didn't like this one. It was so fucking boring, and there's this dude, Seiji, I think, he's just there. But honestly, oh my god, I fucking hell. There's a guy named Blue, and he's literally fucking God, but literally the whole plot of the show is basically like a love triangle. It's like, oh, Cure Lovely likes God, but God doesn't love her. Oh, Cure Princess likes Seiji, but Seiji likes Cure Lovely. It's like, fuck off. Oh my god. Like, I think the only time I really felt like the show actually had heart was where they're playing this soccer game or something, and they have to collect these like cards or something, and if they collect enough they can make a wish. And Cure Fortune hates Cure Princess because she's like, it's your fault my sister got captured. But then Cure Princess has like all the cards, and she actually is willing to give up all of her cards just so she can make a wish, because she's like, I'm really sorry for what happened, you know what, just take all my cards, I don't care. And I was like, oh my god, Cure Princess is actually learning something. Yes, she's actually getting like character development, and I'm like, oh my god, she's actually really amazing. But then after that, it's like, nope, she gave up her cards, she kind of learned a lesson, and then she goes back to being annoying. It's like, what the fuck, Cure Princess? That was like the only part I really liked in the whole show, because it's actually like Cure Princess is actually willing to sacrifice her cards to make it up to Cure Fortune. Because Cure Fortune, like, fucking hates her, but she's, like, willing to give up her cards so she could have a wish into maybe freeing her sister. I was like, oh my god, I thought that was really good. But then after that, it's like, no, we're gonna make her annoying again and not learn anything. It's like, what the fuck? It's so frustrating. Also, I don't even know what the hell the story even wants to do. Like, it's like there's, like, these bunch of PreCures, like, international PreCures, and that really pissed me off, because it's like, wait, you got all these other PreCures trapped across the world, but you don't use all the other PreCures? Like, think of how cool that would have been if they had to save, like, all of these PreCures from all the other series. Like, I thought it would have been cool if they actually had to go around the world and save each PreCure from each series. That would have been so much better, because it would have made it, I don't know, it would have made more sense, because it was the 10th anniversary. You know, like, all the other PreCures being saved by these ones. I thought that would have made a lot more sense, but it's like, nope, fuck it. They're not going to save these PreCures. We gotta watch them save all these international PreCures. That makes no sense. Oh yeah, also we gotta get an episode about these two Hawaiian PreCures fight because they're sisters. It's like, yeah, I hate you type of relationship episodes. Like, really? We gotta see two PreCures make up? Like, fuck off. I really didn't like Happiness Charge. It was so boring. But I liked that one fight with Cure Lovely versus the villain Mirage. Like, that one scene though where she's literally beating the shit out of her. That was actually pretty cool. I liked that scene. But the villains, there's like this one villain who was like, I'm the best, and then there's this one girl who likes sweets, and then there's this other villain who's like, I hate people. It's like, oh my god, you're so boring. Except for the one that likes sweets. She was kind of cute, but honestly, I really didn't like this one. It was so boring, and this is just my opinion. You either love it or you hate it. But I didn't like the love triangle thing. It was so dumb. And Blue doesn't even explain to the girls why they can't fall in love. He's like, oh yeah, if you're a PreCure, you can't fall in love. Even though it's Blue's fucking fault for the whole devastation of the world kind of thing. Because he fell in love with Cure Mirage, but then he's like, oh, I'm God, I gotta love everyone equal, see ya. And then she's like, oh, I'm sad, because he literally ghosted her, and that's how she became, like, evil. It's so fucking stupid. Like, the best way I would describe Happiness Charge is to watch this if you were going through a breakup. That's the best way I could describe this show. If you were going through a breakup, I guess this is the season for you, because honestly, it's so fucking boring. I really didn't like it. I'm sorry. Just my opinion. Don't hate me. Go Princess PreCure. Oh my god. This is definitely going at the top. I fucking love this one. It's so good. And honestly, in my opinion, I think this is the best out of all the PreCure seasons. I think this is the best PreCure season out of all of them, in my opinion. The characters were so well developed. The villains are awesome. The story is awesome. All the cures are fucking awesome. We got Cure Flora. Her dream is to be a princess. We got Cure Mermaid, who wants to, at first, she wants to own her family business with a yacht. But then later on, she's like, no, I want to be like a marine biologist. And I'm like, yes, girl. Got Cure Twinkle, who's like, wants to follow in her mom's footsteps of becoming a fashion model, which is fucking awesome. And we got Cure Scarlet, who just wants to do good and make up for her actions and just, you know, be a good ruler for Hope Kingdom. And her brother with Kanata, I fucking love it. And we got the characters. We got the little dog, Puffa. I think that's her name. I can't remember. I think it was Puffa. Yeah, Puffa. She's really cute. I forgot the dog's name, sorry. And we got Aroma, the little butler bird. Actually, yeah, Puffa? Poofa? I can't remember. Yeah, I like it that the dog is actually like a little maid and Aroma is like a little butler in training. And we got the cat. I think Locke was my favorite, the one with the hoodie. And we got like this other like little sidekick character that the girls use, Miss Shamara. She was so fucking awesome. Every time she was on screen, I just had a big smile on my face. I love her accent. She's fucking awesome. All the characters in the show are just so good. You really feel for them. Even the bad guys are awesome. Like even like every character they come into contact with at their school, it's not like, oh, they meet them once and then they never see them again. It's like, no, their schoolmates actually have like depth to them. Like every time you see them, they actually grow as a character, and by the end of the series you actually cheer for them and their goals. And they have like this Cure Flora has this roommate named Yui. She's fucking awesome. I actually liked Yui's story more than Komichi from Go Princess. I thought her story was way better developed than hers of being an author, because it actually pays off at the end. And oh my god, the ending actually really made me cry. Like, if you stay towards like the end credits, you actually see them all grown up, and it's just so heartfelt. It's like, oh my god, yes, it felt worth it. It's such a good season. Like, honestly, I feel like this one is almost flawless because of how good it is. Like, Hope Kingdom looks so good at nighttime. All the characters are awesome. The fighting scenes are so fucking good. If I'm being honest, I think the fight scenes are a little bit better than Heartcatch. Sorry, just my opinion. Maybe I'm just biased. But yeah, everything about this show it's almost flawless. Like, really, that's the best way I could describe it. Maybe that's just me because I'm a bias because of how much I love this. But it was so good. I had such a great time, and I was so sad when it ended. Oh my god. Like, I think this is the only one that actually made me cry because it was so good. Like, I loved it so much. Honestly, go watch Go Princess. It's so good. I think it's the best one in my opinion, aside from Smile PreCure. But yeah. Now let's go into Mahotsukai PreCure. I'm sorry, I really didn't like this one. It was so fucking boring. The first 9 episodes were actually pretty good, because it's like, oh, it's actually magic themed, and they actually go to new locations. They meet like Pegasus, mermaids, they could go into like this giant ass forest, and they look so small. But then once they go back into the human world, it's so fucking boring. They don't do fuck all. So we got Midai and Liko. I liked Liko. I think she was like my favorite because she actually has ambitions. She's like, I want to be a great magician or wizard, whatever, but they're called magicians. She's like, I want to be a great magician, better than my sister. And Midai is just like, oh, I bumped into a magician. I want to come live in your world for a little bit. And there's like this little teddy bear, Mufrun. I keep forgetting that thing is a girl. I thought it was a boy. Mufrun, she was cute. And she's actually like her childhood teddy bear, so it actually makes sense. But they can only transform if they hold on to Mufrun, and I'm like, oh, really? But I don't really like the fact that they're wizards and PreCure at the same time. It's like, what? Because every time they would turn into PreCure, I was like, oh yeah, this show's about PreCure, not magicians or wizards. But it kind of gave me some like Harry Potter vibes, but the first 9 episodes are really promising, but then once they go back into the human world, it's like, oh. But then, oh my god, these two are so gay, though, I have to say. They're so gay for each other. I love it. Because they have to take care of this little character named Hachan. And she actually refers to these two as her, like, literally her moms. So I'm like, yep, these two are definitely a couple. I love it. But the way they ended it, though, it was so half-ass. Like, the second last episode was perfect. Like, they're adults, and they finally meet each other after all those years, and then it shows Liko on her broom with the big-ass moon behind her. It looks so good. But then it's like, nope, we gotta make them meet and go back in time so they're kids again, just so they can meet this girl. It's like, really? You just fucked up a really good ending. Just so they could meet her, just to introduce the next PreCure season? I'm like, come on, it was so perfect the way they ended it. But it's like, nope, fuck it. I was so pissed how they ended it. It's like, you had the perfect opportunity, but you fucked it up just so they could meet another PreCure. Like, really? Fuck's sake. I don't know. I mean, it's promising at the first 9 episodes, but then after that, it's literally just... But Liko wants to be like a good magician, but how can she be a good magician if she's going back to the human world and they're not allowed to learn, like, use magic? It makes no fucking sense. But, I mean, Hachan was okay. I liked it. She was cute and she causes trouble and shit. And when she turns into Cure Felice, I think? I can't remember. Fuck. Or was it Cure Felice? I think that was her name. It was okay. It's not my favorite. Sorry. Kita Kita PreCure a la mode. I'm sorry, I really didn't care about this one. I mean, some people like it and some don't, but I personally, I couldn't get into this one. It was kind of boring, no offense, but I have to complain about this one thing. Like, when each of the girls, like, get like transform for the first time, they have like these cool like animal abilities. Cure Whip can like use her bunny ears to detect when something's gonna happen. Cure Custard has like super speed because she's a squirrel. Cure Gelato has like this lion roar and she can chew like ice out of her mouth. It's really cool, I think. Cure Macaron has like cat claws, and Cure Chocolat has like she can smell things because she's a dog. But like that's like the only time they use it is when they first transform, and then they never fucking use those abilities again, except for like in the movie, like this one time with that Sakura girl. They use it, I think, in the movie, and that's it. It's like, what the hell? You got like super speed, you got like a roar, you got like bunny ears that can detect shit. Like, why aren't you using this? It's so cool. But then they forgot, and then they never fucking use it again. But I mean, I really like their character forms. I think they're really cute. But this show will really make you hungry because it's all based about cooking and shit. But really, it's not for me. Like, if you like cooking, then this show is for you. But then, once, like, CL enters, it's kind of like, I mean, I like CL. I thought it was kind of cool. And then her brother, like, as Rio, but then he's like, oh, I'm a good person. But it's basically like, oh, I basically, like, outshine my sibling type of thing. But, I mean, it was okay. I did like, Chocolate's little sister, Miku. She was so adorable. She was really cute. But honestly, the whole time I was watching this, I was just so bored. Except for, like, the episode where she meets Cure Custard, and she's, like, a scientist, and she likes cooking. I'm like, that's cool. And it explains, like, oh, like, people, like, every time I would get into something, like, talk passionately about it, people would always say, like, do we need to hear it? I'm like, oh my god, I can totally relate to that, where people just don't give a shit about the thing you're passionate about. That was relatable, but I don't know. The whole time I was watching it, I was kind of just, like, bored. The whole time I was just, like, really? Like, this one episode where, oh, I didn't watch all the seasons in order because it's, I don't know. But it's like, you got the one episode where Cure Gelato's like, oh, I'm that rich girl, but it's like, oh, I can't be a rock star because it's not lady-like. It's like, fuck off. I already saw this in Hugto PreCure. I don't want to see it again in freaking this season. Because, again, I didn't watch them in order, but I don't know. I thought it was okay. It's not for me. Sorry. Hugto PreCure. I'm actually gonna put it under B. I thought it was fine. Cause now that I think about it, I actually did enjoy it more than this one. Again, this is just my opinion. Sorry. But at least this one has something for it. But, oh my god, the villain of the series is so fucking creepy, though. I didn't like George. Every time he was around Curiel, he was like almost like a fucking pedophile. Because he's like older and she's like 14, 13, and he's like, how old? Like, every time he was around her, like, he calls her beautiful, gives her flowers. It's like, please fuck off. Like, get away from her. Like, please. It's so cringy. I didn't like George at all. I thought he was really creepy. No offense. But Curiel was pretty good. Cure Anje, she's kind of just there. She's, like, the weakest one. She has, like, this fascination with power tools, but then they never fucking mention it again until, like, the last episode. It's like, okay. Cure Etoile, she is okay. Then we got Cure Mashiri and Cure Amo. I think that's their names. I'm not good with these fancy PreCure names. I thought they were all okay. And we got, like, Hugton. She was pretty cute. And we got Harry, the little hamster. He's cute. I mean, it was okay. I thought it was a pretty okay I didn't like the last episode. I mean, not the last episode. The second last episode. Where all the civilians get, like, those ugly PreCure forms and they're cheering them all on. I mean, no offense, but through most of the series, I was kind of just really fucking bored. Like, I don't think it was until, like, maybe when Ruru joins, also with Cure Mushity, I think that's when I kind of got bored. Because it's like, what? It's like, who are these two? Well, not like who are these two, but it's like Mushity and Ruru, Kira Moore. I'm sorry if I'm saying their names wrong. I never really felt like these five were actually, like, a real team. And I'm sorry if I sound like an asshole, but it kind of felt like Curiel, Curange, Cure Etoile. These three are like the three main, and then there's just these two. Because most of the time it's just these two, and then it's just like these three. It's like, I kind of felt like they were all like separate, because I don't know. I mean, it was okay. I liked them all. I thought they were fine. She's kind of annoying though, Cure Mushity. Because she's like, stop, I say. Like, that's dangerous. But thank God they drop it after they first meet her. It's like, oh, shut up. Ruru is like a fucking android that has like this machine gun as an arm, but then they never fucking use it again. It's like, what the hell? You got a fucking android that has a machine gun for an arm? Like, why aren't you using that? It's so cool. But then literally most of the time with Cure, what was her name? Kira Mashiri and Ruru, like, majority of the time their episodes are basically like, oh, they're keeping their feelings from each other because one doesn't want to say goodbye to the other. Majority of the time, these two basically just fight and bicker with each other. It's like, oh, it's like, are we friends? It's like, fuck off. But then, like, with these three, it's like, oh, it's basically them just taking care of Hugton, or, like, Homura or Kira Etoile has, like, a crush. Basically, her theme is, like, figure skating, and Harry, Curiel is like, oh, I don't know what I want to do, and then Saya, sorry, she's like, oh, I want to be, like, I don't want to be, like, an actor, or I want to be, like, a fucking doctor, because it gets dropped at the last minute. It's like, where the fuck did that come from? But it's like, every time there's an episode about Saya, it's, like, not even about her, it's about another character. It's like, what the fuck? Like, majority of the time in all these pre-Cure seasons, there's always that one Cure that wants to be a doctor, and it's like, oh my god, please stop. I'm so tired of seeing this whole, like, I want to be a doctor thing. It's really fucking annoying. Or, like, half of the blue Cures are, like, student body council or something. It's just so fucking annoying. Like, majority of the time, pre-Cure has, like, this thing with, like, redoing episodes. Like, oh, I want to be a doctor, or I want to be a rock star. It's like, fuck off. But I thought it was okay. Precure Star Twinkle, like that. I think this. Oh my god, I'm losing my mind. I'm sorry. I really didn't care for this one. It had so much potential, but it's like so. I don't know. I felt really bored with this one. I'm sorry. Don't give me any hate. I'm sorry. But I liked the whole, like, concept, like, with them going into space. I'm like, oh, that's so cool. They're gonna see, like, all these cool galaxies. But then it's like, nope, we gotta go back to Earth every now and then to go to school. It's like, why? That kind of just ruins the whole, like, outer space adventure thing. Because it's like, every time they go into space, it's, like, really cool. Sometimes. Not all the time, actually. Like, I had, like, really high expectations for this one, because I thought, like, oh, they're actually going to go to different planets? That's cool. Because, plot of the show, like, there's a bad guy, they want to get rid of all the stars, and if they collect all the zodiac signs, there'll be, like, no more stars. So they have to collect, like, all these, like, pen things, and each pen, like, represents each zodiac, so I was like, oh, that's actually pretty cool. And I thought, like, oh, that's pretty cool. Sorry if you can hear my dog in the background. So, like, when I first started watching this one, I actually had, like, really high expectations for this one. I was like, oh, that's cool. They're gonna go into space, and we're gonna see, like, all these, like, different planets. Because for some fucking reason, I thought, like, we were gonna, like, get, like, Super Mario Galaxy type of planets, and boy, was I wrong. But it's like, nope, we get, like, a few planets that are not really that interesting, no offense. I'm trying to say nice things about this one, but I really didn't like it. Oh my god, though. Thank God for Lulu, like, or what was it, Lala? Okay, yeah, it is Lala. I can't remember their names. Thank God for Lala, though. She's, like, the best part about the whole show. Maybe aside from Cosmo, when she's, like, the cat thief at the beginning, before she turns into Cure Cosmo. Because when I thought of the whole theme of, like, oh, it's going to be, like, space-themed, I was like, oh, that's so cool. Like, they're actually going to be in space for every episode. But it's like, nope, we got to go back to school. It's like, what the fuck? For me, that just takes away the whole fun of going into outer space, because this is how I would have rewritten it. Sorry, I have to be that person. Like, Lala comes to Earth escaping from bad guys, but the bad guys have this freeze ray, and they freeze everyone in town except for Cure, what was her name? Cure Star? I can't fucking remember. But then Lala's like, you know what, if you come with me in my ship, we'll, like, go fly around the universe and defeat all the bad guys and get all the pens and get all the zodiac signs. Boom, happy ending. But it's like, nope. It's like, what the hell? I wanted to see them in space for every episode. Like, think of how many awesome planets we could have seen for all those, like, what was it, like, 51 episodes? But it's like, half of the time when they go back to Earth, it's so fucking boring. It's like, I even forgot they were collecting the pens. The characters were fine. I didn't really care about all the cures, except for, like, Cure Milky Way. She was, like, the best part. But I liked Cosmo, or whatever the fuck her name was. I can't remember. Cure Cosmo before she was like Cure. I forgot her cat name. Whatever. The girl that... She was pretty cool. I liked how she had like the shades on and she could like steal stuff. That was pretty cool. And we got Celine, Cure Celine. Basically that typical like, oh, I gotta make my family proud, but this isn't what I want, but I gotta stick up for my family, and basically I can't lie. I gotta be that perfect type of character cliche. It's like, oh my god, stop. I am so tired of seeing this in the PreCure seasons where that one character has to be like, oh, I gotta stick up to my parent and tell them, hey, this is what I want to do type of cliche. It's like, fuck off. It's so annoying. Like, honestly, I'm so tired of seeing that. After watching all the PreCure seasons back to back and then seeing that, it's like, oh my god, stop. But, it was... I really wish, though, we could have got more space, because it's like the first planet they go to, they meet these, like, little dog characters, and then there's another planet where they meet Cure, whatever, Cosmo, I'm just gonna call her, I can't remember, and she's, like, a villain, and she can, like, snatch things and disguise herself. I'm like, that's really cool, but it's like, when they go back to Earth, it's so boring. Also, there's, like, this little, I forgot the little octopus's name, the little alien dude, and Puffa? I can't remember all their names. Sorry if I can't remember all those names. Give me a break. I watched a lot of PreCure. They were okay. But I thought it was like, oh, they just gotta collect all the zodiac signs? That's cool. But then after they collect them all, it's like, nope. Now that you collected them all, you gotta wait until what's-her-name gets her last form. It's like, really? And then they gotta do like this whole like soul-searching thing, like what you want to do in life, or... they gotta, like, accomplish something in life and then get their, like, spark of motivation. It's like, really? Come on. So what was the whole point of collecting all the zodiac signs? That was so pointless. Because they make it seem like, oh, like, once you collect all the zodiac signs, something big's gonna happen. But then it's like, nope, you just gotta take care of her more until she gets her last form. Which we never fucking see. She only has, like, 2 forms. It's like, what the fuck? But, I mean, it had potential, but I feel like... like, when I see something like this as a background, but then you don't get that, it's like, what the hell? Like, why do you put more effort into the background when they're dancing, but you don't see that in the show? Like, what the hell? I liked the AI, though, as the rocket ship. That was pretty cool. She was cool. Lala was pretty cute, I have to say. And she's a green Cure, so that's cool. And she says it in episode, I think it was 31, that she refers to herself as a green Cure, so, even though she kind of looks blue, kind of aqua, turquoise, but she is a green Cure, so Lala is best green Cure in my opinion. But, yeah, I tried to like this one a lot, but it just wasn't for me. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot about the other girl. The Hispanic one. She's like, they refer to her as the Sun, I can't remember her name. She was okay. She's kind of like that whole, like, family thing, kind of the same, like, with Cure March. But, yeah, the ending was kind of like, oh, I didn't see that coming. I didn't expect all the characters to go that route. It's like, really? That's what they want to do when they're grown-ups? Well, except for Lala, that's, like, they have to stay at their home planet with Cosmo. But, like, the other 3, it's like, really? I really wasn't expecting them to have that type of job. I'm serious. But, I don't know. I kind of have felt, like, let down, because I feel like we could have got so much. Because when they go to the planets... it's like, oh, that's it? It's like I was expecting more, kind of. I don't know. I liked that one planet they went to where they have to make that... they meet the snowman and they have to make that one girl laugh. That was kind of cool. But then after that, it's like... well, maybe... I really liked the episode where they gamble to get the little pen with the zodiac sign over fucking donuts. That was kind of cool. And Cure Cosmo was pretty cool, but then once she turns into... I think, like, once when Cure Cosmo arrived, I think that's when I started to get bored, no offense, because it's like, come on. The villains, I really didn't like the villains. That Cyclops character, I kind of found her really fucking annoying. There's a Kappa character, and I think there's, like, another character. I don't know. It's kind of forgettable. I don't know, maybe, I guess it really depends on what you like, depending on your genre. Like, if you're, like, into outer space, then this one is for you, but for me, it just wasn't. It had so much potential, but it was kind of like a letdown for me. But again, this is just my opinion. Maybe that's just my fault for maybe hoping this was, like, Super Mario type of expectations, but I was wrong. Anyways, I'm gonna get on to the next one. Healing Good PreCure. I'm sorry, but I keep forgetting that this is even a thing. And, of course, I'm just gonna put it under C. I didn't like it. It was really boring. Nothing too exciting happens, except for that one episode where they go to the aquarium and it's like, oh, they actually have to find out why they're actually friends. I was like, oh, that makes sense. Because it's not like they all three of them meet. It's like, oh, we're best friends. It's like, no, it's like, why does Fountain and Sparkle like each other? Why are they even friends? It's like, oh, that makes sense. But oh my god, it pisses me off. The ending, not like the ending, but okay, so Cure Grace has like this sickness, air quotation marks. You think she has like this actually sickness, but it's like revealed. It's like, nope, one of the bad guys was just hiding in her body, making her sick. She never really had like a real mental health illness, and that pissed me off so much. It's like, what? She was never really sick the whole time? I mean, she was sick, but it wasn't like something she has to live with. It was like, she's not like mental health sick. It's like, what the fuck? That would have made such a better story if she actually had to overcome something and actually live with it. But it's like, nope, she was only sick because the villain was in her body. But once he's out, it's like she's all better. It's like it never happened. That really pissed me off. Like, at least make your character relatable more. Like, actually make her have, like, a mental health illness. Like, that would have made it better. I liked Cure Grace. I liked her form. We got Cure Fountain, Cure Sparkle, I think. And then we got Cure Earth. She's kind of just there. The characters, the little fairy companions, I kind of found them, sorry. I mean, like, I feel like the plot of the show is to make you feel, like, calm and relaxed, because it's about, like, saving the earth, like, being nice to the earth, like, but I really didn't get that from that. I was just so bored the whole time. I didn't find any of the villains pretty exciting, to be honest. I mean, there's a dog named Ratte. I thought it was Latte, but you know, whatever. I think Latte is a better name than Ratte. Basically, the dog gets sick, and they have to find out why. They have to help the earth, and that's... Oh my god, but the fucking home where the little fairy companions live in is so half-assed. It's like, what the hell is that? You call that a little kingdom? That's like a patch of grass with light shining on it. What the hell is that? Also, the way they ended it with them, like, saying goodbye to their fairy companions, that felt so half-assed. It's like, they're not even sad that the fairies are leaving. They're just like, yep, fuck off, we don't care. We did our thing, bye. It's like, what the hell? Like, what the fucking hell? Seriously, that was so half-assed. But it was nice to see, Cure, Summer from, Tropical Rouge PreCure appear at the end. That was nice to see. Oh my god, I also forgot to say that in, Hugto, where is it? In the Hugto episode, that one episode where Cure Black and White appeared, that was, like, so WTF, but the best episode in Hugto was literally where all the Cures appear in that one episode, and they defeat Dr. Trauma. That was, like, the best episode. Everything after that just sucks, in my opinion. Except for the ending. The ending made me cry, I'm not gonna lie. That goodbye scene with Hugton and the gang, that was really sad. Just saying. But anyways, yeah, Healing Good was, I don't know, it was so fucking boring. Like, I liked Cure Grace, like, her form, I don't know. It's just, like, the only character that has anything going for them is Cure Fountain, because she's like, she wants to do, like, high jump or something, and everyone else just doesn't know what they want to do. It's really, like, what the hell? And let's get on to Tropical Rouge PreCure. Oh my god, I fucking love this season. As of now, as I'm recording this video, it's not over yet. I think there's like only 48 episodes. So we still have to see how episode 45 is gonna turn out when that releases. But I love this. It is so fucking fun. I love it that it's tropical themed. I fucking love it. I love all the characters. Cure Summer, Cure Coral, Cure Papaya, Cure Flamingo. And we got, Lara as a fucking PreCure. I think she's like, what, a blue PreCure? I forgot her name, sorry. I'm forgetting all their names. I absolutely love it. And I love, like, the whole theme of, like, losing motivation. I'm like, that's so me. I love all like the characters. I love the villains, like the crab dude and the shrimp girl and the slug girl. I can't remember what kind of creatures they actually are. I'm like, oh, they're like a little family. And I like the little shrimp girl. She's like a little maid. She's like that kid. She's like, I never want to grow up. And the seahorse is like, nope, you gotta grow up. I love all the villains. They're just so fucking great. Like, every episode is so enjoyable, actually. I actually really like all their character designs. But I have to admit, the first time I saw, like, the opening, I was like, what the fuck, are they twerking? But no, they weren't. But now I like the opening more. I'm like, yeah, I like this. I really like Tropical Rouge PreCure. It's really good. And as you can see, I don't have Delicious PreCure on here yet because that hasn't been released yet. Really excited for that one, but I really love Tropical Rouge. I love Laura. She's kind of a bitch, but I love her for it. I love all the characters. It's so fun, and I love the tropical themed. Like, every episode is just really fun, and it's something new, and they don't repeat the whole, like, oh, I've seen this type of thing. It's not predictable, thank God. Like some of the other episodes, like most of the PreCure episodes are so predictable, but for this one it's not that predictable, so I like that. So those are all the PreCure seasons ranked in my personal opinion. Sorry if I didn't like one that you liked. Like, I know I'm probably gonna get so much hate for like not liking Heartcatch or some of the ones at the bottom, but this is just my opinion. Maybe I'll do like a whole, like, I'll give like a separate review for each of these. I think I'm gonna watch, I don't know, maybe I'll watch Small PreCure again, I don't know. But yes, it took me a while to finish this, because again, it took me 2 months to watch all of these, except for Small PreCure and Futariwa, because I've already seen those in the past, so I didn't have to rewatch them. But it was really fun to watch all the PreCure seasons, and half of me is happy and sad at the same time it's over, because it's like, once you finish watching them all, it's like, oh shit, like, what the hell do I do now? I mean, I still got the other movies to watch, but... So if you guys are wondering how I was able to watch all of these PreCure seasons in just under 2 months, so basically what I did was, when I first started, it took me, like, at first I was like, maybe I should watch, like, 10 episodes every day, but then I was like, nah. So what I basically did was, I forced myself to watch at least 30 episodes every day, because in every season there's mostly around like 48 to sometimes 51 episodes, or maybe a little bit more depending on the season. So I was like, you know, if I watch like 30 episodes for one season, it will take me like only 2 days to watch one whole season, and that's basically what I did, and that's how I was able to finish it pretty quickly. And I think it's pretty decent of watching that. I don't know, it's a lot of work though. Like, sometimes I just wasn't in the mood, and by the time I was getting to Splash Star, that's when I got pretty sick. And it's funny because even though I was still sick, I was like, oh, I feel so sick, still gotta watch that PreCure though. It's like, oh my god, I'm so sick, but I still forced myself to motivate myself to watch the rest of the PreCure, because I was like, oh, I'm so close to finishing it, but I'm sick. But I was like, you know what, just screw it, let's just get it over with. And I'm glad I did, because, yeah, it's kind of sad that it's over. It feels like a journey is over, but it's not, because PreCure is kind of like the Pokemon season. Like, it's that ongoing thing that never seems to die. But at least with PreCure, you get like all these different characters and different names and different power-ups. But I'm kind of sad it's over, because I did enjoy watching all the PreCure seasons. Because for the longest time, I was like, oh, I gotta watch PreCure, I gotta get back into it, but I never had the motivation. But now I'm just like, you know what, screw it. So all these people on YouTube always talking about PreCure, and they were like giving their opinions about it, so I was like, you know what, screw it. It's time for me to finally finish all the PreCure seasons, so that's another reason why I kind of like binge watched PreCure, because I was like, oh, I'm so behind. So I was like, yep. But now I'm all caught up to date with all the PreCure seasons, and 2 months actually isn't that bad. I'm actually really proud of myself. I stuck to it. I said, you know what, I'm gonna watch at least 30 episodes of a PreCure season every day, and that's what I did. I watched it every single day from the beginning of December to the end of January, and yeah, I'm pretty proud of myself. And sorry if this video is really long, I'm so sorry I talked too much. I just wanted to give my opinion about all of the PreCure seasons, and I'm sure I missed a lot of stuff, but yeah, sorry, this is just my opinion on most of the PreCure seasons. If you like one that I don't, that's totally fine. Just be respectful of my opinion. I think I did a pretty somewhat okay job of explaining why I liked and didn't like some of the seasons. So make sure to like, comment, and to subscribe, and to share this video with a friend if you like PreCure. Let me know in the comments if you're a fan of PreCure and what is your favorite PreCure season. Or who's your favorite cure? I don't know. Maybe I'll do a video on all the movies, ranking them, or maybe all the cures. I don't know. We'll see. But after this, I'm just kind of like done with PreCure right now. I'm just like, oh my god, I don't feel like watching any more PreCure. But I'm glad I talked about it. You know, I accomplished something. So yeah, make sure to like, comment, and to subscribe, and to share this video with a friend. And until then, I will see you next time. Goodbye.